Hello friends, today we're going to do a follow-up to a video I did earlier about what's inside an electric toothbrush. In that one I found this toy surprise, which is a little tiny motor that causes the vibration of the toothbrush. But I mentioned in that video and didn't really focus on too much the switching mechanism. So this is a different toothbrush that I've taken all apart. We're going to go into some detail about how that actually works. Here's something I thought was particularly clever about this design, is the switching mechanism. So this one, you see the motor at the end here. You see this little rocker switch, which is basically a couple of pieces of plastic that has a very definite switching action, which is not only kind of satisfying to the user, but it's important for the mechanism. And the real switch part of this is right here at the bottom. The rest of this plastic is just plastic. So we've got this that normally holds the battery, like so, whoops, like so. And this little plastic piece right here at the end blocks the contact from the positive of the battery. So this is the off position. See, this would be blocking. This is the on position. One thing these require to work, I'm turning it all around here, is they need a little pressure on the battery. You can see the thing spinning around, buzzing a little bit. And I've seen that sometimes these toothbrushes fail, and it turns out the problem seems to be that this contact at the back isn't working well after the toothbrush gets used for a while for some reason. So let's look at the mechanical design of this. We've got the end piece that I unscrewed on the last video, goes on here. Nothing very interesting there. We've got this rubberized piece, maybe actually some sort of rubber style plastic, but it has this plus for on, minus for off, so that relates to this forward position of the little plastic rocker versus the back position is the off. So this is on, this is off. So for the purposes of toothbrush, all this needs to be sealed up because water might get into it. And it turns out that when I took these rubber pieces off, that actually took quite a bit of effort, using a screwdriver and a sheetrock knife, and they fit perfectly on here. They may even be literally molded onto the plastic pieces. I'm not absolutely sure. This one, I'm pretty sure, is molded. This light purple is rubberized material is molded on top of the dark purple material in this case. There's a nub here that deals with the toothbrush part as a separate piece. And my experience with these toothbrushes has been that the motor and the switch in most cases outlasts the toothbrush. So this kind of suggests a removable toothbrush head, but these aren't designed that way. They're designed to be thrown away. There are other brands that have a removable head, but as I mentioned in the other videos, due to the pricing of the replacement heads, I found these to be more cost effective, and then plus you get the motor to play with when you're done. So this just snaps on there, and it's kind of a one-way snap thing. I had to apply quite a lot of force and pry with a screwdriver to get it off. So my guess is what they do is, after assembling this part, which is really the soul of it, after manufacturing the toothbrush head, manufacturing this hard plastic body, we mold onto here this soft rubberized stuff, some type of synthetic rubber, I assume. And one of the highlights of this has little ridges, and I just don't think it would be feasible to align all these ridges in a manufacturing sense, and that's part of what makes me think this is molded on there directly. So what I think they do is they insert some sort of stopper to keep the inside from filling up, and then they mold this stuff on top of it, pull the stopper out. Now we're ready to insert this other assembly in the assembly process. And one of the tenets of mass manufacturing is you want to avoid what's called touch labor, which really means that a human has to touch something. So there's a lot of assembly processes that really require some sort of human touching, like, you know, we've all seen video of cars being manufactured down an assembly line, and even with robots and so on, there's still a lot of jobs for humans to touch things. But for something like this that goes for approximately $5 retail, has some parts in it that are retail if on their own for, you know, whatever, 50 cents for the battery, whatever the motor costs. The brush head, if you buy just a basic toothbrush, those are something like $3, I think. So they really can't afford any touch labor on this at all, and my guess is that the thing is entirely assembled by automation. So that just gives you more of a tour of what's on the inside. We kind of covered the pieces in this video that we didn't cover in the last video. And now you know just about everything there possibly is to know about an Oral-B Pulsar electric toothbrush. Thanks for watching, and bye-bye.